Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back at again with the 2.9 XBOW cycle deck that never dies. This deck is going to be strong no matter the meta because if you play it correctly, you can beat almost anyone in the game. In Double Elixir, you're going to be trying to stack as many Teslas as possible on the map to support your Expos and break through your opponents. If you can keep a Tesla alive after defending against bridge spam, you can get so much value from your Expo. Any units that your opponent drops on top of your Expo immediately floods into your half HP Tesla to clean everything up for a nice positive elixir trade. So let's go jump straight into some games and assert some dominance with the all-time best Expo deck in Clash Royale. And if you're not already supporting me with Creator Boost, my code is SirTag. I get a percentage of all money spent in the shop at no extra cost to you. It supports me and I appreciate it a lot. We're gonna go Ice Spirit at the river. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see what's good. He's not dropping anything. Okay, he's going Night Graveyard. Dude, I was saying he wasn't dropping anything at all. Like, what's happening here? And then he's like, yo, let me just sauce out my Graveyard Arrows combination on your archers with my Knight and annihilate your entire dream of winning this game, Jake. It was not pretty. So how can we defeat a Graveyard Arrows player? Let's see if we can assert dominance here, guys. It's going to be tough. This is going to be a very difficult matchup. So if we play this correctly, I think that we want to apply aggression when the Knight is out of cycle. He has to cycle one card. Oh, he's got Mortar and Barbarian. Oh, no. How did we get this matchup, man? How do we win this? So the archers need to get hit. I hope that the archers separate. Well, they die to arrows anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. We can get an Ice Spirit down, so we can body block for the Knight a little bit longer. The archer is going to splash our Expo. That's so unfortunate. So I could log here just to take less damage. Could have also logged the Musketeer, but I'd rather Ice Golem here, to be honest. This pushes it out of the way and then has it retarget if it gets extra hits. It didn't even get the extra hit that it mattered. Ice Golem's going to get chip damage on the tower. It's actually going to get a vigorous headbutt here. Just ready. Get ready, guys. Brace yourselves for impact. Oh, baby. So I want to go for an Expo because he's probably in a graveyard. And if we go for archers, they could just get arrowed, and that would be really bad. It would feel bad. Skeletons take one hit. He's going to arrow the archers. And then we have the Expo on the map, which he can't kill. And then if he goes in for a mortar, it's also just going to straight up die to the Expo. So it's really good. He's going to be forced to drop a defensive mortar if he wants to drop one at all. The Expo's really nice. I didn't know if he had Fireball or something, so I was a little bit scared. But we're still fine. We're in a really, really good spot now. So we'll see if he drops his mortar or if he just hard chills and relax. I think he's going to mortar. Oh my gosh, what does this deck do? This is so crazy. This is like an abomination of a deck. It's going to hit the Ice Golem. That's really, really good for me. We know he's got a Barbarian, so we could Fireball everything. I think we're going to be able to hit a couple of the Barbarians and the Mortar. That's really good. So we only missed one Barb. Definitely want to go in for a Tesla here and then log, so then we're able to kill the Musketeer with one hit from the Tesla after. Really, really clean. We can Ice Golem here, and I think we win the game. So we definitely outplayed him super hard. One of the things that you guys noticed in this game, if you guys are paying attention, that defensive Expo was prime time against our opponent that has arrows with Graveyard. It's very difficult to defend adequately unless you're going to have other cards to support it, because archers are really your only damage per second that's ranged. So if they just arrow it, you're kind of screwed. So I'm going to have to use my Tesla, or I'm going to have to use my Expo in a lot of situations to clean house, because the log isn't reliable. It's not going to be able to do as much damage as we want it to on top of the Skellies. It's not going to be able to hit them all at all points in time. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you, and good luck in the rest of your grand challenge. Hey, this guy's from a very good clan, so we have to focus up. Let's go for an Ice Spirit here, see what's up, see what's happening. He's also going to go for an Ice Spirit, so maybe he's running 2.9 as well. Anyway, I know this is going to be a tough match. If he's running Miner, I know that I have to go opposite lane because he's going to try to get log and poison chip damage on us at all points if he's going to have a control deck. He's got my favorite deck. This is one of my favorite decks in Clash Royale in all time. He's going to have Hunter here as well, so we want to go for Tesla. He's actually going to go and try to spam us here probably. Yeah, he's going to go in for a Miner. He's definitely going to be able to kill that Expo, but we will get a ton of chip damage on the right-hand side. I wonder if it's worth it to still go on the right-hand side or go on the left, because I guess, okay, I didn't notice how much damage he had on the left. We're definitely going to go on the right because we have more HP there. We know he's going to just poison log every next Expo that we drop. So the Bandit will just die for a positive 1 interaction with this Ice Golem, and then we can use the Ice Golem to body block for the Hunter, and we also want to go for another Expo here. So it's really, really clean. We know he has no building. He's only got Hunter, so we want to go for a Tesla. Hopefully we can kill it. Okay. He's going to go Ice Spirit instead. That's really, really awesome. He's going to go Miner behind, I assume. Okay. Well, I didn't want to go drop our Skeletons right on top. We wanted to drop our Skeletons a little bit further back, so if we had to drop them, then they weren't going to go inside the poison. And if he dropped it on the tower, then we would kill it with the Skeletons. So it was worthwhile dropping it further back. Unfortunately, this deck is very good into us. So we will consistently have to switch up our Teslas and our Expo placements just because he's always able to block for our Expo with an Ice Golem. So I'm going to go opposite lane now because he's already got more damage on that side, so I have to switch it up. If we get into a worse spot, we're going to start cycling on the other side then. We're going to go Archer as opposed to going in for a Tesla because we're going to have a cheaper Elixir cycle, and we can also get the Archers on counter push to get some chip, whereas the Tesla doesn't do that right now. The Tesla is going to be way more meaningful in double Elixir where we can stack it a lot, and the Tesla decays, so it is much more beneficial in double Elixir because you're going to get way more Elixir and more stuff will be spammed into it, and the decay will stay the same, so it's way worse in single. That's why we try to do it in double more often. We're just going to go for an Ice Spirit and try to redirect that on the Ice Golem. He's going to poison. He's going to go in for a Miner again. So he's playing this really aggressively. Definitely want to go opposite lane. And he's getting a ton of chip damage, but he hasn't really done anything with a Hunter at all. He's never really dropping it. So that's one thing to note, that if you guys want to play this at a high level, don't really drop your Hunter all too often. You can just get away with like Bandits, Ice Golems, Miners. And he's Minering a lot on top of the Expo to kill it, because he doesn't want to take any chip damage, but we finally broke through. See, the Hunter is really bad because we can just Fireball it and it dies, but he made one slip up where he allowed the Expo to connect. You should never connect to the tower since you have Ice Golem, you have Miner, you have Log, you have Poison, you have very fast cycle, and he actually made a couple slip ups there. He's a very good player, but the biggest thing to do in this matchup is you're probably going to have a lot of issues breaking through, and the only way that you can reliably win is by consistently going in for a whole bunch of Expo switch-ups and then catching them when they're at Elixir deficit. So when they overcommit killing one Expo, then you can make something happen and win the game. But for the most part, it's not going to be a matchup that's in your favor. I've played this matchup a lot on his side, and I love it. It's one of my absolute favorite matchups with his deck. So if you guys want to play this correctly, you just wait for that to work out for you. Just wait for him to make a slip-up, and you win the game. So I'm going to go for Skeletons and Ice Spirit here. I just need to make sure that we're going to be able to defend against this Bandit and cycle one more Fireball on him, and we'll win the game. So the Bandit will not be able to break through before this Fireball, I believe. Oh, actually it does, but it's not going to get 2 hits. It's only going to get 1, so that's GG. Peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you. So I actually took a riskier route. I should have just cycled Expos. Admittedly, at the end of the game, I wish I had cycled more Expos on the left-hand side because I was breaking through so many times. I didn't know that he would be able to apply so much aggression with the Bandit and Miner there and potentially break through. It got a little bit scary, but I'm very glad that we were able to clutch up and capture the W. All right, so this guy's just going to go for a Royal Ghost. We already know what this is. It's going to be Pekka. So ideally, it would go towards the Ice Golem, but it's going to probably... Okay, I was like, oh, maybe the Tesla would get activated. That would be really bad. All right, we can just go Skellies here and then Ice Spirit. So that's going to be a dead Battle Ram, even zapping that as well. That's crazy, man. So you dropped a lot of Elixir there. And we have Archers counter pushing, so I feel pretty confident going for an Expo here. You don't have Elixir for the Pekka immediately, so you will now. Are you going to drop it further back? Yes, you are. We can Fireball the Magic Archer and the Pekka. Very clean stuff. So now the Archers are still alive and protecting and defending the virginity. So we can go in for a Log, Ice Spirit, wait for the Royal Ghost to lock on, then go for Skeletons. And I'm pretty confident that the Pekka dies here. And then if he goes in for a Bandit, we just Ice Golem. Bandit just dies. And we get so much chip damage with that Expo. So usually against Pekka decks, I'm not going to be doing any aggressive Expos in single Elixir. But since we were able to counter push with Archers, it was ideal for me to go in for that Expo there. So just really important to realize, hey, I'm just going to be spamming Teslas. I'm going to wait for double Elixir, and then I'm going to overwhelm you in most situations. But when I'm up a lot of Elixir, or when I have a Tesla still alive, I'll feel very confident in placing my Expo here. Another thing that you have to be pretty scared about in this matchup is he's going to have Magic Archer and not minions. So Magic Archer can pierce through, hit your tower, and kill your Expo. So that's really unfortunate for me. I think that I probably have to Ice Spirit, or where that will connect to our tower. I could Fireball that immediately. I definitely want to. I don't think that I'm going to be able to hit more than one Barbarian, but it's fine. And it's just eliminating the Magic Archer before it gets too much value for him. Even if it's going to be an even trade for us, we'll take it every time. So I can just go in for an Ice Golem here and wait. Very good for us. We can just go Tesla, Skellies, Archers, and if he poisons, then we just drop a defensive Expo, and then he can't break through because he doesn't have anything. That's a terrible play. That's really bad on his end. So, oh wow, that was crazy that that decided to happen. Anyway, we can Log. I didn't think that the Bandit was going to break through, but now he has no way of killing this Expo. And we can just cycle back to another one. And then this defensive Expo will keep the other one alive. And then I think we win the game. So that's how I like playing. I love just making my opponent make misplays and then winning with Expo after. So we have a Tesla, we have 2 Expos on the map, and he has to poison this. He can't drop a Pekka. He has to drop a Pekka further back, and then if he does that, he's kind of screwed. So we can just go for archers just to damage this down a little bit quicker. We're going to go fireball everything. Skeletons here. Just to make sure that we're going to be able to kill this a little bit quicker. Ice Golem after. And since we have the Tesla alive, we should be able to get a little bit of damage at least. That wasn't the cleanest defense on my end, but he's down so much elixir that I can just go for another Expo. If I had skeletons down and didn't have the bandit connect, we would have been so much better. And also if I had kept the other Tesla alive a little bit longer, that would have been ideal. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just keeping the Teslas alive gives you so much value. Oh man, I'm just like so far off, man. That was unfortunate that we're not keeping it alive as long as I need to, but gradually, but slowly but surely, we're whittling away his tower here. And that's all that matters. You guys can see the formula. Drop the high Tesla, keep it alive, wait for him to spam. When he poisons, you drop a defensive Expo. If he drops Battle Ram like that, I also just go for another Expo. And we can go Skeletons, Ice Spirit here. I'm going to actually go in for the Skellies here. Ice Spirit here, knowing that he's probably going to bandit. He actually doesn't do that, interestingly enough. So we can just go for another Tesla, Ice Golem here, and the Ice Golem is going to be really clutch, keeping the bandit off us. We're going to log to kill that a little bit quicker, so maybe we can get the Tesla to allow us to break through. We're going to Ice Spirit and going for archers just because we want those barbarians to die as quickly as possible so we get the Expo connection. Even at a sliver of HP, the Expo does so much damage, and as you guys can see, we can just fireball him out at this point. So GG, man. That's going to be 2 fireballs, 2 logs, and the game is ours. So there's nothing he can do at this point. The game is just effectively over. So even if that were to connect, the log would just reach in time. So at around 500 HP, you can just fireball and 2 logs. Or, well, 2 fireballs, 2 logs, and the game's over. So yeah. GG, well played, and peace out. Let's go for Skellies in the back. This guy's going to go in for a Mega Minion, and he's also going to go for a Goblin Cage. So I prefer to go for a Tesla here, and then keep this Tesla alive, and then Expo immediately after. So this is probably going to be a Lava Hound Miter deck if I had to guess. At least that's what I'm anticipating here. I'm going to go in for a Ice Golem. So we should be able to kill that without too many issues. That does get 1 hit on our Tesla. Probably. Oh, wait. Doesn't. Did drop it in the prime time spot. That was really close. If he had dropped the Mega Minion slightly like closer to the middle, I think that we would have been in some trouble. Anyway, we can go for an Expo here because the Tesla is going to be able to kill the Baby Dragon. It's going to go guards. We can just go for Skellies and log here. And then I think our best bet is just to let this thing do its thing. Our Electro Dragon is not going to be that big of an issue. I could activate King Tower here. Oh, I did it too early. No, I didn't. Dude, I'm doubting myself all the time. I'm like, oh, it's going to go and get a hit on my Tesla. I thought that I dropped the Ice Golem too early. And lo and behold, we activate King Tower. Feels great, man. But in general, you don't want to drop it that early. I have gotten screwed before by dropping it that early with other cards that have a higher movement speed. But fortunately for us, we don't really have that issue. And what I mean by that is the Ice Golem is super slow, so it didn't really move out of the way in time. I can Tesla here. And it's still going to be able to hit the Lava Hound. And it's not going to be the first priority. So that's really important because I don't want my Tesla to get locked onto by this Baby Dragon. It would just do too much damage. So a lot of times I see people like go Expo at the river and then immediately follow up with a Tesla. And that's how you lose the game, guys. That is a small brain play. We're not about those small brain plays. I actually think I make misplays and then it ends up being exactly as we anticipated or had hoped it would have been at the start. But lo and behold, this guy is going to go in for an Electro Dragon. We can just go and cycle our archers, same lane, and then go in for a Tesla. Okay, we're going to go in for Tesla here. And Ice Golem up high. I'm going to wait for more Fireball value. Ideally, you want to kill the Lava Hound really quickly and then Fireball everything. So we want to clump everything up, Fireball it all, and hit the Electro Dragon, which is really, really nice. So that is the play that you want to do. Whether you're running Rocket or Fireball, if you kill the Lava Hound and then Fireball or Rocket the pups and any supporting units that they have, you're going to be in a much better situation. So we're up a lot of elixir here, so that's why I decided to go for a very high Tesla. I would not do that in most situations. I would drop it a little bit further back, but I just want to kill his units really quickly because we already know we won this game. And GG, well played, and peace out. So usually when you're even elixir or down elixir, you're going for the Tesla here. But when you're up a ton, like let's say 5 elixir like I was, I don't really care. I'm going to go for a Tesla at the river, and you're going to have to spam cards into us that are just going to immediately die to it. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. So this guy's going to go for Furnace. So do we have a Royal Giant play on our hands? I believe it is. So we want to chill a little bit, figure out what he's got before we drop our defensive Expo. If it's going to be a graveyard deck, we want to play a little bit more aggressive. So I'm going to go Tesla here. I don't even want to drop a defensive Expo. I want to see what he's got before we make any big plays. So this Tesla should be able to shred the remainder of the fire spirits. He's going to have Goblin Barrel. So that's really good for me that I didn't decide to go for an Expo here. And then potentially drop it in range that he could have rocketed it near the tower or something. Yeah, this is good. So we see Mega Knight and we see Furnace. So this is going to be interesting. We know our Tesla is going to give us way more value than a defensive Expo right now. It just does higher damage per second, so that's why we're going to spend that. Those archers are just going to die. We just want to wait and then have the Mega Knight walk towards us. We don't want to go drop an Ice Golem in a spot that the Mega Knight would just destroy us. Mega Knight's going to walk now because we dropped Skeletons, so then it is forced to walk after it jumps on the Skellies. I still can't go in for an Expo because it would be a huge overcommitment because he's up Elixir here, so we're just going to let those archers die. So one of the things that I do with 2.9 that a lot of people don't do is I'm super cautious. I'm one of those people that I don't like losing. So when I don't understand my opponent's deck, as you guys just saw, I'm waiting. I'm playing the most optimal plays and just playing as safe as possible. So I'm not going for Expos until I figure out what he's got. And now we see Mega Knight with Furnace, Goblin Barrel, and Prince. So this deck doesn't make too much sense, but it does have a lot of tanks, right? So it's going to be difficult for me to break through. I know that I have to save my log for the Goblin Barrel. We haven't really seen any other bait cards, but I could assume that he's probably going to have like Minion Horde or Skarmy or something. We'll have to wait and see though. I'm going to wait for that Electro to lock on, and then we should be able to kill it here. We're going to go for another Tesla. Remember, he does have Lightning, so that's going to be a little bit obnoxious. I know that I can go in for a Expo opposite lane as soon as he goes in for the Mega Knight, so that's what we're waiting for. He might Inferno Dragon here. We're going to wait. No, he just goes in for a Prince. So we're going to go for a Skeletons here last possible second because he might go in for a Baby Dragon or something. And in fact, he does. So if we didn't wait like that, we might have been screwed. We're going to go for another Ice Spirit here. We should be able to get away with a double Tesla domination. So this Tesla will stay alive after. I think it's going to be able to kill the Baby Dragon. And then we might have been able to outcycle his Mega Knight here. Or if he Mega Knights on top of an Ice Golem, that's really good for me as well. So it looks like that's what he's going to be doing. So I might want to go for Skellies, Ice Spirit, get back to another Tesla here. So then the Mega Knight just walks towards us in perpetuity. I'm going to log just to kill that. I know it seems weird and it seems bad. Well, it kind of is in most situations. But it's great in this spot because we know that he can't really successfully Goblin Barrel me. If he Goblin Barrels, well, he's just going to lose his tower because he needs all of his Elixir to defend. It's the same principle of poisoning an offense against Graveyard. When you know that they have to defend, you can actually play really aggressively with your spells because, well, they can't actually constitute any aggressive offense that would force you to hold your spell. So as a result, you're in a great spot. And this man is just going to go in for a Lightning, which is a really tragic play because now he's not going to have Elixir for the Mega Knight. So we can just Ice Golem and then we can Tesla immediately after. And I'm not going to mindlessly Tesla at the river. I'm going to Tesla in situations that I know that I can break through. So if I know he has Mega Knight and Lightning, you bet your biscuits I'm not going to go in for the Tesla plus Expo at the river. But when I know that he doesn't have Elixir for the Mega Knight and he just used my Lightning, or his Lightning on my Tesla, he's screwed. Game's over. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you and asserting dominance.